Good evening, everyone. My name is Abhijit. Today's in this Zoom Marathon Challenge video, I am going to talk about the component lifecycle method in React. Basically, in React, there are three lifecycle methods in component lifecycle. The first one is mounting, second one is updating, and third one is unmounting. Basically, using these three lifecycle or using these three stages, a React is completely working, and this is the main thing to control the React component. Now let's talk about one by one. Then what is mounting, what is updating, and what is unmounting. So let's take an example of an counter application. That means whenever a counter application is studied, it is always start with a zero. The count is zero. Then let's explain with the mounting phase. Basically, when we are mounting phase is working when we are initialize or insert something into the DOM for first time. This time is mounting phase is working. This time, that means this time whatever we insert for our application or website, suppose we are building a counter application. In counter application, first we show our the count which is start with a zero, and it is just initialize the value is zero, and I am able to show the value in website that the value of the count is zero initially. That is the mounting phase. I am just insert it. But what is the updating phase? Basically, in updating phase, for some whatever we triggered, it may be clicking on the mouse, clicking on the keyboard, or any other thing, clicking on the button, it may be triggered. But after triggering, the it is make some changes. When it changes will show or insert in browser, it is known as updating. Suppose I am giving the example of the counter application. So there is two button. One is increment, one is decrement. So when I click on increment or decrement, it is make some action. Suppose I'm clicking on increment, so it will increment by one or whatever we want to increment by two, three, like that. So I am increasing by one or decreasing by one. That is increment by one or decrement by one. So if I click on the increment, so it will increment by one. So that means the count, initially the count was zero, but now count is changing to one. So it is updating. That means it is changing, so it is updating. Then the last thing is the unmounting. And what is the unmounting phase is the React component lifecycle. Basically, this is the last phase of the component lifecycle. A component will unmount when the function is invoked, or basically it will be removed from the browser. Suppose we want to stop the counter application, we are increasing by one, two, three, like that increasing, and then we decreasing. But now we want to close this application. Whenever we closing this application, it is invoking, that is, it is removing from your browser. Whenever you again start, it is again mounting, but now it is removing and it is completely closed for your application, and it is known as the unmounting phase in React component lifecycle method. So basically in React component lifecycle method, there are three stages. First one is mounting, second one is updating, and third one is unmounting. So in updating, in simple language, in mounting, we are just inserting anything or just initialize anything. For updating, we are make change anything and then append it. And the last one is invoking. That means we are removing from the browser or removing from the website. That is the basic concept of the React component lifecycle method about the mounting, updating, and unmounting phase. That's it for this video. Thank you.